the fight has officially ended. That's right, Anthony Joshua has called off his match against Daniel Dubois. This decision came after Joshua learned that Dubois recently tested positive for Pez, which are banned substances. Even though Joshua believes he would have won the fight, he decided that continuing wouldn't be fair because cheating was involved for Joshua. It's important to keep the competition clean and honest, so canceling the fight was the right choice. Joshua seems to be a man of strong character. Even though he's confident he could beat Dubois if Dubois used Pez, Joshua still doesn't want the fight to happen that way. Maybe Joshua feels that Dubois needs to be 100% clean for the fight to be fair. He knows the fight will only be right if both fighters are playing by the rules, and that's why he wants it to continue without any cheating. A lot of fans are disappointed by this news. They didn't expect the match to be cancelled, especially because Dubois tested positive for Pez. Even though the excitement was cut short, the fans still respect Joshua's decision. They understand why Joshua wouldn't want to fight if things weren't fair, and they appreciate that he stands by his principles. When Joshua was asked about the cancelled fight, he expressed his disappointment, and who wouldn't be upset? Joshua had spent so much time preparing and training hard to make sure he could beat Dubois. He was ready to show everyone what he could do in the ring. All that hard work only for the fight to be called off must have been frustrated. Even though he was upset, Joshua's decision to cancel the match was impressive. He wanted to make sure everything was fair and that both fighters were clean. Joshua could have gone ahead with the fight, but he knew it wouldn't feel right if Dubois wasn't 100% clean. I'm really disappointed that my fight against Dubois was cancelled. If there's someone who's more hurt by this, it's me, especially since I've trained so hard to beat him. But once I found out about the Pete issue, I knew I had to cancel the fight. It's frustrating, but I've always believed in fair competition, and I couldn't go through with it under these circumstances. Dubois was also asked for his thoughts on the situation, and he didn't hold back. He's just as upset as Joshua about the sudden cancellation of the match. Dubois strongly denies all the rumors about him using Pez, calling it fake news that shouldn't be taken seriously. He feels that the claims are completely false and shouldn't have caused the fight to be called off. Dubois also took a jab at Joshua, saying that if he is as tough as he claims, he shouldn't let fake news get in the way. Dubois thinks Joshua should have moved forward with the fight instead of canceling it based on unproven stories. For Dubois, this whole situation is frustrating, and he thinks the fight should have still happened. I'm really disappointed about the cancellation of the match for me using Pez. Where on earth did that report come from? I think this is Joshua's plot to quit. Is he so afraid to face me? Am I really that strong? If he's as tough as he claims to be, then he shouldn't believe in lies like this. If he's truly up for the challenge, let's settle it in the ring. Before the fight was cancelled, both Joshua and Dubois were already exchanging intense verbal jabs. They didn't hold back with their words, trying to get inside each other's heads. One big moment came when Daniel Dubois, the reigning IBF heavyweight champion, sent a strong warning to Anthony Joshua. He made it clear that he was ready for their September 21st showdown and wasn't afraid of the challenge. Even though Dubois is seen as the underdog, he's full of confidence. He's determined to surprise everyone by defeating Joshua and adding a third world title to his name. Dubois knows people expect Joshua to win, but that just fuels his desire to prove them wrong and come out on top. In an interview, the 26-year-old Daniel Dubois shared just how confident and ready he felt for the fight. He boldly stated that he believes it's his time to shine, and that he's fully prepared to go to war in the ring. His confidence was clear, and he didn't seem worried at all about facing Joshua. Dubois was eager to prove himself and show the world that he could take on the former champion, but it didn't stop there. From the way Dubois talked, it almost seemed like he was mocking Joshua. He confidently declared that he would hold on to his IBF heavyweight belt, and that there was no way Joshua could take it from him. Dubois's words were bold, almost mocking, as if he were daring Joshua to try and prove him wrong.
When he becomes a three-time world heavyweight champion, every one of his victories would have been against the world heavyweight champion, not a vacant belt, not anything like that. Do you understand? So that's important.
I can't wait. It is all written in the stars form, and I have to hold on to my belt. I want to put on a show that no one will forget. I'm just staying in my lane at the moment, sharpening up my tools for the night when I'm ready to fight and go to war. Dubois is certain that the upcoming fight is his big moment to make a lasting impact in the boxing world. Now is the time for him to shine and show everyone what he can do, he says. Dubois said, "I just believe it is my time now. It is all on the line for me, and it is time to shine." He's confident that this fight will be the one where he steals the show and begins a long run as champion. Dubois's determination was clear when he said he's fully prepared for fight night. He's ready to hear that first bell and get down to business in the ring. A win over Joshua could open the door for Dubois to face the winner of the Alexander Usyk vs Tyson Fury rematch in 2025. This potential fight would be huge for Dubois, not only because of the money involved, but also because it would give him the chance to prove himself as one of the world's best heavyweights. A victory against Joshua would put him one step closer to that goal, making the upcoming fight even more important for his career now that the fight is cancelled. All the excitement that fans were looking forward to seems to have vanished. Boxing pros such as Gervonta Davis are also upset about the cancellation. Davis said that the match was starting to look really promising, and it's a letdown that it was called off just weeks before it was supposed to happen. According to Davis, it's a real shame that people will miss out on what could have been a spectacular fight. He's disappointed that fans won't see Joshua and Dubois' potentially great matchup in the ring. It was just starting to heat up, and everyone was getting excited. Joshua and Dubois were about to put on a real show, and now it's gone on just like that weeks before the fight. It's such a shame because fans were about to watch something spectacular. Fights like this don't come around often, and now people are missing out. But let's hope that this news is just part of the promotion for the fight. If it's true, then we'd really miss out on a fantastic match that could have been one of the best of the century. Please let us know who you think will win while we wait for more information. Do you think Joshua will emerge victorious, or do you have your money on Dubois? Share your thoughts and comments below.
I think he's very active, Dubois. I think he won't be quite as active. You saw him take a lot of punishment against Hrgovic. AJ's a different type of puncher to Hrgovic. You cannot walk onto right hands. You'll go straight to sleep.